I get a lot of hate for this, but if you are not losing weight, it is because you are not in a calorie deficit, point blank period. That's all there is to it. And if you're tracking calories in a calorie deficit and not losing weight, it's because you're doing it incorrectly. Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm a weight loss coach. I lost 30 pounds and kept it off to create a lean, toned body that I'm confident in. Let's get into part 3 of the mistakes that you're making that are causing you to either not be in a calorie deficit when you think you are, or the ones you need to avoid when you start calorie tracking. In parts 1 and 2, y'all, we went through this entire list, so I'll link those below so you can go watch them after this video. But the first one we're gonna get into is how to log rice, pasta, oats correctly. So this tip can really be applied to anything that starts out dry and absorbs water or something when you cook it and changes weight. If you are logging these wrong, it can make a huge difference in your calorie tracking accuracy. So for example, if you literally look up white rice and you just try to log generic white rice, these are all the options that come up. This one right here is accounting for 0.5 cups of white rice dry. So that would be if you weighed it before you cooked it. This one right here is accounting for 1 cup of white rice cooked. So that's gonna be if you weighed the rice after you cooked it. For example, if you measured out a cup of white rice dry, that would actually be around like 320 calories. You use the wrong log and you use this one instead, then you're gonna tell yourself, okay, it's only 205, when in reality, you're missing like 100 plus calories on that log. Best rule of thumb for these types of situations is to weigh everything out dry so that the calories match what is provided to you on the nutrition label on the box of rice, the box of oats, the box of pasta, etc. Nutrition facts are always pertaining to how you receive the product. So if you receive it dry, that's what the nutrition facts are accounting for. Like if it says 3 ounces as a serving size, it's talking about 3 ounces dry, how the product is given to you, not after you prepare it. The last one that I see get people all the time, that I literally will go through their logs and be like, okay, but you ate this and this and this and it's not on here, is not logging small bites throughout the day. Maybe a good example is like, you're a mom, you have kids, you're baking cupcakes with them for like, you know, their class the next day at school. You're refraining and you're doing good and you're not gonna eat it, but you just eat like, okay, I'm just gonna lick the icing here and there because like not a big deal, right? And you tell yourself because it's such a minimum quantity that it's not gonna make a difference in your calorie tracking. In reality, 1 tablespoon, which is probably literally what you're licking off your finger, would be 70 calories. Or your husband's eating Oreos in front of your face and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be good and not eat them, but just give me 1. Like 1 isn't that many calories, it's not gonna make a big deal. I'm just not gonna log it. Oop! 1 Oreo, 70 more calories there. Now, just because you decided not to log those, you're 140 calories of inaccuracy from a scoop of icing and 1 Oreo. Taking up 140 calories of your day, if you were honest with yourself and would have just logged it, you probably wouldn't have made the decision to eat it anyways, because it's really not worth taking up that much caloric density when you're in a calorie deficit and you want to use all of your calories to their fullest extent. Like, for good meals are gonna keep you full. I'm gonna link part 1 and part 2 below. Make sure you hit that follow to learn everything you need to know about efficient weight loss. Bye.